Well, there you are. Again, Charlie Greer podcast today. So, Humpday Chatterbox. Before we do, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, the information's in the description for my Cash App. My Cash App handle is Charlie Greer Podcast. Again, that's Charlie Greer Podcast. Cash App. Let's do this. So, besides me looking extra haggard today, sorry about the lighting, but it's a rainy day here, and anywho's it. It's Hump Day. Got some coffee, hot coffee. Hump Day, Wednesday. I was running around. I had to. Jeff Jones, my man. How you doing, Jeff? Had to go take care of some business, and now I'm back. So I said I would try to stick to my new form, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Perhaps we shall see. Tina, hey, how you doing? Rainy day here. Hello, Tina. Yeah, rainy day here. Every once in a while, it's rainy days are okay, but it's summer. We need sun and sun, fun, beaches, all that. But thought I'd come in here and do some like Hump Day Chatterbox. I haven't been doing much of anything besides like life stuff, because I used to like I used to have kind of like an exciting life, and now it's kind of like dull and boring. And I've been wanting to do like how I used to do it. I'd pick a subject and talk about it, but I didn't do the live chat. So with the live chat, and not that many people come on my live chat, but I have to learn to. I did get a new guitar, and I haven't bought a guitar in over a year. I used to flip a lot of guitars. I'd buy them from these companies that are like online only, this, that, and the other. I'd mod them out, set them up, flip them. Not make too much money, make 100, 150 on it if I could, and then, on to the next. And I've talked about this before. rondomusic.com. That's rondomusic.com. So great cheap guitars. We're kind of living in the age of great cheap guitars, like the best cheap guitars. It's shocking what you get. So I don't like surf around as much as I used to, but Tina says, do a small concert for us on here with your new guitar. Perhaps I will. Perhaps, you never know. I should plug it in maybe. But yeah, I used to like surf when I was doing it a lot. I would check every day, a couple times a day to find deals and stuff. And my sweet spot was B stock. And what B stock is if a guitar's got like an imperfection, like something simple. Hey kid, what's up? Thanks for coming. Thanks everybody. Tina, Jeff, kid. So B stock was like, something that's like maybe a little like scratch or this and that, or discoloring. So most of the time it's so small you can't even really tell. You got to get it in the light and got to move it around to see. And I was online the other night and I saw one. I was like, my God, it was so cheap. Nabbed it. And I bought the flip. But then last night or yesterday when I got it out. I can't believe how nice it is. It's old growth wood. It's a Telecaster copy. Did I ever, Delphi Primetime, did I ever meet Charlie Manson? No, never did. Met people that knew Charlie Manson. And I've told that story. You can go back and play some hard. You can go back and watch some of my Manson. I've talked about the Manson family, and I met the part of the old family, like I guess hangers on, like not the inner circle, but people used to hang out at the ranch. And I had a boss that used to go out there because before they went crazy, that was a place to go to like party, on the weekend or something. But anyway, this guitar, because I bought it to flip. I bought it to like, well, I'll sit on this and then I'll play it for a couple weeks and I'll flip it. But man, I don't know. I might have to hang on to this one. This is and I got it for so cheap. Let me go grab it. I'll show you guys. So it is a Telecaster. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a Telecaster. It's got a strange Strat headstock on it. And it's a Hadean. I don't know if you guys can see that. A Hadean. Hardtail. It's a maple cap. So I don't know if you guys know. See that? There's no skunk stripe on the back. Old growth. Look at that. Look at the grain on this. So the neck, maple fretboard. So let me explain what that is. So you got a truss rod going down through here, right? And usually what they'll do is they'll have a route, and you'll see on most maple neck guitars, Strats, Telecasters, like a skunk stripe. They usually put and that's where they put the truss rod in. And then they put like rosewood in there. This is a maple cap. So what that is, it's just the maple neck. They have a maple fretboard. They route the neck, slap that truss rod in, and then glue on the cap. And people swear. Some people swear by them. I do. There's a difference. I got another Telecaster that's got the skunk stripe. There's something about these maple cap. I mean, it's just a great. This one was already set up, and how they do the string through. It's already intonated. See that? How that's not straight. And there's a little imperfection up here in the lacquer. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can't even really tell. It's like this. But this was $79.95. $79.95. It cost me $23 to ship it. And this thing's just a monster. Is it still in tune? Let's just see if it's still in tune. Still in tune. Let me turn it. Let me plug it in. Yeah, so if you're looking for a cheap guitar, rondomusic.com. Take a minute to warm up. Tube amp. Still in tune. I tuned it yesterday. So yeah, this is the only excitement I've had. Besides doing what I've been doing, which is like, business stuff or work related. Let's see here. So that's the bridge pickup. Middle position. A little warmer. Neck. A lot fatter. Back to the bridge. Yeah, so fun. A new Get Fiddle. Again, $79.95 for a really good guitar. Sealed tuning pegs. I mean, I think these are on sale actually for $99. It's the EG 491. If you go to rondomusic.com, the guitars, and I've bought these EG 491. They got different 491 models. This is like a cream, I love Tellys. And I've bought dozens. I've been buying from Rondo for maybe 12 years, 15 years. I used to just buy 10 at a time, and I'd mod them out, whatever, pickups, change this, that, and other thing, sell them. But looking for a really good cheap guitar, there you go. Pick one up. I just like having guitars around. Like guitars are my thing. Cars too, but it's just like you can't have a car. And this thing. Oh, and it's a slab body. There's no like belly cut. You know what I mean? It's like old school 60s kind of, just your typical Telecaster, simple. It's got the flat pole Telecaster pickup in it. And I like the flat pole. I guess that's, is that 50s when they did flip? Because now they stagger them. But great. So I think it was $103 shipped to my door. What? Huh? So this thing's got like a, you can't see it on here, but it's got like a flame maple. After I was setting it up, I mean, I didn't have to set it up. So they set it up, I guess, or I don't know. It's set up, intonated, sweet, low action. Now I'm thinking I might not sell this damn thing. Perhaps I will. Who knows? But yeah, good times. It's always good to get a nice guitar. These are great guitars. Great weight. It's about like 8 pounds. It's enough to satisfies my put this up. But I've been trying to catch up on the like the Delphi. I watched Frank Unresolved Crimes. I watched his go check out Frank Unresolved Crime. I watched his Oregon serial killer. I think there's a serial killer like running around Oregon. Dear Lord. Well, I didn't watch, actually listened. I was doing other stuff. And then I caught a clip. I need to find and watch all of it, but I guess the Murder Sheet interviewed Keegan Kline, and I just saw it like it referred it to me in my Facebook. My YouTube, and it was like a court TV clip. So it was only like a 3-minute clip, but he says that like Keegan Kline says that he talked to the prosecutor, and he told him some stuff, but he said that they didn't believe him, or he can't verify it or something like that. And they kind of blew him off, and he wants to talk, but he's going to wait till he's in prison, which I don't even know. Maybe he's scared locally. Who knows? But I thought that was weird. Like that he would I thought that Anthony Shots account was involved. Who knows? Perhaps it is. Perhaps it's not. You never know. Then I did watch because I like watching like true crime. Again, I'm not a true crime podcast, but I watched this Zodiac killer. They always claim like every like 5 years or so, 10 years, whatever. They'll say we know who the Zodiac killer. They don't know. So they got this new guy who, of course, he's dead. That he can't defend himself. It's all like speculation, assumption. But people swear it's him. He had scars on his forehead and all that. I don't know. Did you guys hear about is the Keegan Kline interview up on Murder Sheet? I guess I could surf it up. Keegan said he wasn't involved, but he wants to talk, or he said he tried to talk to prosecutors. Anybody know anything about that? In my guts, it seems like he was. It seems like we're not getting, of course, they can't tell us everything, but it seems like there's something else going on. There seems like there's some, I don't even know. Could it be admissible evidence? That's why you can't, or shady dealings with or CIs. Yeah, there's an interview on Murder Sheet podcast. I'm gonna check that out because he had said that he had talked to the prosecutor. He said the prosecutor was a nice guy, but he was nice to him. But he couldn't whatever Keegan said. He wouldn't say what he said. They told him like to keep his mouth shut or something, and then he can't verify it or substantiate it. So they blew him off, I guess. And he's going to wait till he's going to prison before he talks. I mean, would you really want to say something in prison? I don't know. You don't want to be snitching or dry snitching in prison. You don't want to be known as a snitch, a dry snitch, none of that. Coffee. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I think there's something. Of course, I've always thought that there was others involved. At least another person. I know they got RA, and then there could be pre-crime stuff, and then after crime, post-crime, if you will, meaning people that weren't even involved in the murder, but like withholding evidence. So say if someone says, "Hey man, give me a ride." You pick somebody up and they're like, "Hey man, I did this," or you find out, I might have been involved, and then you don't go to the police. You can't you withhold evidence. Well, you could be charged with shit like that. I think maybe there's some of that. I think there's another. I've always thought that like the guys down the hill sounds weird, like recorded in two different situations, and that's a theory. Speculation, humble opinion, assumption. And then it was Frank from Unresolved Crime said that on the 15th they're having like a hearing, some kind of I forgot the name of the hearing, but hopefully this will speed up. Hopefully they'll get some get something out of it. How long has it been? It's like going on. It's 6 years. It's almost been 7 years. And then what are all the because this whole Delphi murder case has spawned, if you will, a whole community of podcasters from all over the world, some better than others. And when this is resolved, if it ever is, I guess they're going to have to move on to a different crime. That's one of the that's one of the reasons why I don't do true crime. Like I don't focus on one thing, and I try to because then that well's going to run dry. That's what are you going to do? And there's no water in the, you got to that's why I'm kind of like my format is good or bad, whatever it is that I involve a lot of my personal stuff, what I've done, this, that, and the other. I've lived kind of like, I was a character, I lived a kind of a, not a normal life. I'm an artist. I lived an artist life. And so, well, that is, and I do, again, I'm not doing a lot. I'm not doing much of that anymore. Matter of fact, hardly any. I've mellowed out. I'm not, Tina, you're exactly right about that, Charlie. These tubers need to move on to something else. Well, what are they going to do with when it's resolved? And I also didn't want to coattail ride off of misery. I love watching Delphi YouTubers. Don't get me wrong. But for me personally, I didn't want to be known as this true crime. Forget about Delphi. This true crime. Because then you're always looking around. And not only that, I didn't want to be, there's a lot of cooks in that kitchen. Like there's people that like make a living going around to graveyards and, here's Elvis's grave. And, there's a lot of cooks in that kitchen too. That's why I mix it all up with my podcast. Oh, and someone was contacting me today and saying, "Hey, did you delete my comment?" No, I didn't delete your comment. And welcome to my YouTube world. This has happened to me daily since the beginning, over a year. And I think Kid was the one saying that he's kept on my. I lose subscribers a day, 2 or 3 a day. Sometimes it'll slow down. Sometimes up. The most I've ever had was 12 in a day leave. And if you do the math, and views, they'll shave off like 1,000 views at a time. I think I had a lot more subscribers than they show. Somehow the algorithm has unsubscribed them. A couple weeks back, they shaved off over 1,000 of my views because I try to keep up with how many views, because I don't have that many views, man. Nobody's watching me. But it's like, how can I go from this amount to that amount? Well, how do you lose views? Or sometimes there'll be more likes and or comments and views. Well, how does that happen? So whoever, I didn't delete your comment. I didn't see it. This is what I have to deal with. And that's one of the reasons why I quit doing it every day. Because I was just getting, and also I got trolled or hacked or whatever the fuck that was. And I hate talking about it, but I bring it up because that's what I'm getting. It's like someone's got their boot on my back of my head. Couldn't take it. Well, that's why I don't stick with and I know that the algorithm actually likes you better if you do focus on one thing. If you're a cooking show, if you're true crime, if you're paranormal, if you're comedy, whatever, with me, I'm not any of that. I mean, I list a little bit here and there. Kid says, I posted the time travel equation and they deleted talking about community guidelines. See, what is this? Why would they care? Time travel equation. It's like, it's just your opinion. That's what you're supposed to be. That's what it. Oh, you can't prove it, so it's gone. That's stupid. YouTube used to be really cool. It's just filled of milquetoast. See, they love mouth breathing fools. They love to promote inadequate, below average. Some of these people that are popping off, it's like, are you kidding me? And they love to also argue. People that are arguing and fighting, they love to promote that. It's weird how that algorithm works. It is the third biggest website in the world. The top three are Google, YouTube, and I think, is it Facebook? I know Google and YouTube are huge, and it's probably the same people, their company. Who knows? They won't. I've had, again, someone contacted me today saying that asking me if I deleted their comment. Like, no, I didn't even see your comment. They don't even tell me if I get comments. So, and here's another thing: if I don't ever because I try to reply to everybody. If I don't, it's something I'm not seeing it. It's sometimes it's there, sometimes it's gone, sometimes it's like, what? There's days when you type in the Charlie Greer podcast, it won't show anything. Do a general search on YouTube. Why? I have no idea. I mean, I smoke. I've talked about this before. I don't get it. I think it's stupid. It's all about advertising dollars anyways. Don't you think these money hungry people would let anybody talk about the weirdest? Who cares? It's all about money anyways. Why? Who gives a shit? Yeah, they're holding good people down. And that, pardon me, in my case, well, it's like a kick in the gut. You really don't want to do it. You don't want to, the thrill is gone. I was bound to determine. I was doing it every day, come hell or high water, sick, working, whatever, I'd find time to do my channel, and then it's my podcast, and it's just like, you know what? And then after they hack my phone, my Cash App, my computer, I said, this isn't worth it. It was just every day I had to deal with this. My phone, my computer. I couldn't even spawn. The funny thing is, they would let me open YouTube on my computer, and then if I try to spawn any other window, oh yeah, and Gmail. But if I try to spawn even a guitar company website wouldn't let me do it. It was just like it was almost like them telling me like, yeah, yeah. And I thought it was someone. Now I know it's just an algorithm. Thinking that's easily done. I mean, I'm not a computer genius, but I realized like, oh, wait a minute, this is what this is. Why? I have no idea. I don't. My podcast is not even that popular. Like I'm not. You know, huh? But it is what it is. I mean, shit. So then when you're fighting up, swimming upstream, well, you don't want to do it. You're like, well, then fuck. And I get it's embarrassing to talk about. Like, it's like, dear God, and nobody wants to hear this shit. Me belly aching about. And then I think I'm going to switch back to my old format. Because if I try to read the chat, there's not much chat, but pick a subject and riff. Just da 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 flow and do my thing. Because I haven't been able to do that lately. And I'm out of my you got to build that up. The more you do it, the better, And my format, the way I did it or do it, to stop and read the chat, I have to ignore it, I guess. Maybe I'll just ignore. I don't know. We shall see. But I might do some more on that guitar. I might show because I was planning on doing more on my podcast, getting better equipment, actually performing like on a Saturday night or a Friday night, like, playing a little gig. But then it's like, man, is anybody going to see it? I mean, granted, I do it for my own, like, pleasure, but it's like, dude, the thrill is gone kind of thing. And should I? What? I don't know. Perhaps we'll leave it at that. Maybe I should quit smoking on camera, cursing. Click that button that says, yes, it is for kids. Maybe I'll do better. I don't know. Am I the only one that clicks that button that says it's not for kids? Is that a thing? Tina, yes, do performance. We'll be here for you. Thank you, Tina. Maybe I will. Perhaps I will. That's what I was planning on. And I was planning on going out and doing I did get a new tablet with a killer camera on it and roam around, film stuff. I probably need to do more interviews with people on their podcasts. I turned down a shit ton of, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to look like, oh, help me, or look at me or coattail right off other people. I just felt uncomfortable doing that. That's just me. It has nothing to do with them. I kind of like wanted to be an island and I am. That's where you get. I get like, I got 100 subscribers. Shit. After a year, I don't know anybody that's got I got over 300 videos and only 100 subscribers. I might be the worst. I might have like the the worst statistics or whatever that like ever, I don't know. I'm probably up there, top 10 maybe. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Again, I wasn't even going to come on today, but I was like, man, I should get back in a rhythm of, at least Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have to do it every day. It's been a relief not doing it every day. But I also don't want to focus on one thing, I'm sure that I would do better, but it's just not for me. I like to think about something. Sometimes I'll write it down and be thinking about it. And soon, right as I'm clicking live, for some reason, to be like, no, man, switch gears and do something else. And I do. I used to do that a lot. But I have a list of stuff that I want to uh, talk about that I haven't, that, like, interest me, or things that happened, fights on the bus in LA, or um, crazy things that I've done or seen. And I have to censor myself, so I can't really say, pardon me, you get like the watered down version of like some great story that I could tell, but I can't. And also, I don't want to get, a defamation case. Yeah, you gotta, So, yeah, I just came on here a little bit today. I don't think I'm going to do it that long today. Um, Perhaps Friday I'll come back and do a longer one. And it's a rainy day. Somehow that rain kind of just like, but if you are looking for a cheap guitar, do yourself a favor. Go to Rondo. And I don't get sponsored by anything, but rondomusic.com, RONDO music.com. And they have great cheap guitar. I got that guitar. It was a B stock for $79.95. $23 was shipping. $103 total. Awesome. And I bought it to flip. I bought it to put like on Craigslist or offer up an app I had, whatever. And but after playing it last night, because I thought I would get it down here, I thought I would like have to set it up. It's already been set up. It's intonated. Like, my God, sweet low action. I was like, and I started playing it. I was like, man, should I sell this? Or should perhaps I hold on to it? Kind of like this guitar. And I'm due for, I got this little cheap little tube amp that I might have to flip too. We shall see. But thanks everybody that came in today. I'm going to get out of here. I got other stuff I got to be doing. And again, I'm sorry if you guys, if you post comments and they're not there, or you don't hear from me, it isn't me. I try to reply to everybody. Unless there's nothing I can do. But I love y'all. Be blessed. Cheers.